Nutrition is a vital aspect of the human health, and we all love to eat healthy food in order for us to stay healthy. Protein is a major nutrient in our daily food, and beans has come to be one of the staple protein that is commonly found in our food. Generally, everyone loves to eat products made from beans than eating the beans itself, and especially children. And every mom or everyone wants to provide their family with healthy meal in order for them to stay healthy and out of hospital. But the process of preparing these products from beans can be quite tedious, discouraging, time-consuming, and very displeasing. Some of these beans products I'm talking about here are the beans pudding, popularly known as moi-moi here in Nigeria, and bean cakes, also known as Akara here in Nigeria. Many people don't find it funny making these things. We just want to rush out and buy. But in this video, I'll be sharing easy ways on how to wash your beans and also preserve and package it for emergency uses. So, guys, this is Christine E here again with yet another video to help you manage your time as a working mom or working class person, and also help to give your farm the necessary nutrition needed in your daily meals. For me, there are 3 ways I can wash beans. I have come up with easier ways to do this. The first and easiest is using a blender. The second is either washing it between your palms, which takes way longer time, or crushing it gently in a mortar. Now, the process I'll be explaining here is not just for home use. If you own a restaurant, a cafeteria, or those who sell byproducts of beans, or an eatery, you can also take advantage of this method. I assure you that you will enjoy using this process. Now, you can wash your beans in large quantity, package, and always use them whenever you are ready. Now, I'll be telling us 2 basic methods. Better quantity of beans, it depends on the quantity you want to use. You can pick out the bad ones, or usually I pour it in a bowl, pour normal room temperature water on it. Those floating on top, I allow them flow into a sieve. Then I add warm water, but if you don't have warm water, you can also use normal temperature water. Allow these beans to soak for 3 to 5 minutes. If you're using warm water, it takes shorter time to soak. Now, don't allow the beans soak too much, because the longer it stays in water, the more difficult it is for you to wash the beans. After that, pour it out in a sieve. If you want to use a mortar to crush, for larger quantities, I prefer using a mortar to crush it. Gently do that, don't pound too hard, because you will end up breaking the beans into pieces, which makes it also difficult to wash. Just gently crush it until all the bark or husk has been removed. Now, there are also 2 ways of also washing these beans. If it is a very large quantity, I prefer pouring out the beans and spreading it out, and then leave it under the sun to dry. Now, where you don't have much sunlight, you can use an oven or a dehydrator, depending on the quantity. But for larger quantities, put them under the sun. When you're dry, if you're doing that early in the morning, by evening, your beans is dry, crispy dry. What I do next is to rub that same beans in between my palms just randomly, and then winnow out the chaff. After winnowing it out, the beans is clean. I can package it that way in a dry form, put them in a bucket or an airtight container, and put them in the fridge. If there's no fridge or custom power supply, just put them in an airtight container. Whenever I want to use, I just scoop out the quantity I want to use, probably 2-3 cups, soak in warm water, and then wash or rinse out. After that, I soak it in warm water. It becomes soaked. I add my ingredients to it for grinding. Now, another method is that immediately after pounding or rubbing it in between your hands, and you're sure that all the back of the beans or the husk has come off from the beans itself, you can decide to quickly wash before drying. And how do you wash? Pour it in a bowl. Make sure your beans is about 1/3 of the size of the bowl. Fill the bowl with water and you stir. Don't allow it to settle too much. Pour it into a sieve. Now, as you do that, the chaff goes into the sieve, and the main bean itself stays in the bowl. Now you do that severally. You can use the same water severally. While pouring the chaff into the sieve, be careful not to allow your beans to go in with the chaff into the sieve. But if there are any, you quickly pick them out. What I usually do, I keep them separately. I don't usually add them to the other ones. Now I do that until my beans is entirely clean. I pour it out on a flat surface or in trays and dry outside, dry under the sun. And like I said, you can either dry using a dehydrator, an oven, or you put it under the sunlight. Now, if you do this in the morning, by evening you'll be sure that your beans has dried up. All you need to do, if you're not using it immediately, whatever quantity, pack them into airtight containers. Some people pack them into zip bags and put them in the fridge, or into cellophane. You put them in the fridge. Now, where you don't have constant power supply, you can just pack them into airtight containers and keep them. Whenever you want to use, you just scoop out the beans. If you want to rinse again, you can rinse it out just to be sure. And then soak it a bit with warm water. Add your little ingredients, whatever you want to put, your pepper, onions, and the rest. The ingredients you want to put into the beans you want to grind for whatever purpose you want it to serve. Now, after that, you grind and that's ready for use. For emergency cases, whenever you want to make any of these beans product, you don't need to think too much. You just take it out. And anything you're free again, you wash a reasonable quantity and store again. Now, for the other method, you can also store it fresh. It doesn't necessarily have to be dry. Now, what you do is that immediately after crushing or removing the bark, whatever method you choose to use, after washing it and you're sure that the beans bark has been removed, you just take out a portion, put them in zip bags or cellophanes or nylon packs, or also airtight containers or bowls, and put them in the fridge. Whenever you want to use, take out the quantity you want to use, and here you go, your time has been saved. And for emergency situations, you don't need to overthink. Just take out whatever you want to use. Make that delicious akara for your family or moi-moi. For all the processes I've explained, for me, I prefer using the dry method because I don't need to worry about constant power supply and getting worried about the beans I've packed being spoiled. And then watch out for my next video. I will tell you how you can start a business with washed and packed beans. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video was very helpful. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Please give my video a thumbs up. Drop your comments or thoughts in the comment section. By giving this video a thumbs up, it helps the video to also be suggested to other groups. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.